What was it like being around Bassoon? Absolute legend.
Yeah, absolutely.
A former UFC heavyweight champion.
I also have his O2 trainer, which I use to this day. But I actually brought it in with me. 4 minutes. 4 minutes straight.
Of course you're picky about your tomato sauce, man. You can taste bloody every molecule in the air. Oh, holy that's outrageous.
Now, boss, if you come out and say this is a crock of shit, I'm gonna fuck you up myself. If I'm in trouble, man, I'm tapping.
You don't get a medal at the end of it. Like, I don't have my medal on now, but got in a deep triangle, deep armbar in the gold medal match. That's a different story.
I understand the circumstances, especially when you're competing at a high level. I mean, you're going to risk it all. Fighters go in the UFC and you know they've got shoulders that are going to come out.
Yeah.
Like TJ Dillashaw, that's a great
Dillashaw.
example. Dude, that guy's in a bad way.
I've seen his footage and I'm like, oh, hey, he looks really good. Then I notice he's only using one arm. He can't raise his arm. Let's get to the real hard-hitting questions.
All right.
Tomato sauce in the pantry or in the fridge?
Tomato sauce. Are you a fridge man or put it in the cupboard?
Yeah. We get you on the buddy.
Yeah.
Well, these guys are fun.
All right.
Oh my God.
That's ridiculous.
Are you kidding?
17 years ago, Eddie Bravo handed out a blue belt. And since then, that student has achieved a black belt, all under Eddie Bravo, the first in the Southern Hemisphere.
And he's the Hex commentator. We actually saw him live in action at Hex 34.
How we met him is a funny story.
Yeah, we're going to tell that story.
We're here with the one, the only, Frank Barca. How are we, Frank?
Well, thank you. What a great wow, what a great introduction.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You're very kind with your words. I struggle with like that part of life. I really do.
Makes up for it with his wit and comedy. How would you describe yourself, Frank?
Look, you know, I take myself really seriously. Look, hang on. I take what I do and what I love to do and how I love to spend my time. I take my time very seriously.
Yep.
Like when I prioritize time, I only spend it on the things that really fill me up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The most. And that's really good advice too, by the way.
Yeah.
But it takes a long time to learn it because you would appreciate that more than this guy.
Yeah, definitely. I know. I'm more aware of it.
Yeah, because you've just been here longer. You
Yeah,
know? And as you'll see, I'm twice your age.
Yeah.
And you'll go through it even more. And then you'll realize that your circles are really, really important. Mm-hmm. And those alliances that you've had for decades are the ones that are going to mean the most, you know?
100%.
Yep. It's really important.
Well, we've got notes written down. We're talking about what separates a world-class performer from the rest. And one of the key things is time management, focus.
We started talking about time management.
The obsession. That is what it is.
About the obsession.
It's about the obsession. Me and Blaine are starting to get the jiu-jitsu bug. I think I've had it for a year and a half, 2 years now.
As soon as I came here from
obsessive.
last Friday, I got the bug, man.
It's
honestly.
obsessive.
That's very kind.
And I'm sure
it's
you know.
addictive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you know, since when feeling like a superhero, it doesn't feel good. Like, how wouldn't that
Well,
feel?
competent at least.
Well, exactly. And yeah, imagine having a skill in your life, and it doesn't have to be martial arts. It can be anything. Imagine, but it's such a unique skill. That is such a powerful skill. And it's one that very few people can actually achieve that level of that you have. It puts you in such a small percentage of the entire population of the world, you know?
100%.
And that's really a gift, the opportunity to be able to do that. And for you to be, the gift is also the obsession. And if you have a disciplined nervous system, like I do, like, you know, not being bored by, the quest for endurance and stamina, you know, like, I don't just do things just to be there longer than the next guy.
Yeah.
I actually fall in love with it, you know? And I just think that that's such a great acquirement of skill available that we like to have. And you just mentioned you've only been in it a year. Holy moly, man. I've been training in martial arts for 46 years. Since I was 9. Yeah.
Crazy.
45 years. It'll be 45 years. No, 46 years. I was 9 years old, but I was actually, before I turned 9, I was before, because I'm born on the end of the year, December 28, right at the end of the year. So, anything below that, I'm 8. You know what I mean? Yeah. So around late 8 years of age, and I'm 54 now. So it's like 45, 46 years. And I haven't stopped. I've never taken a year off.
Yeah.
I've had leaner years. You understand what I mean? I've had leaner years because, you know, not as much, not as crazy. Because I've had some years where I've just been an absolute pro athlete for years on end, you know. And I found that in jiu-jitsu, I had to do that. And I came off Ironman triathlon just to keep myself in shape. Wow. So I raced 2 years Australian championships, my brother and I, and my older brother, he's 18 months older, another psycho, and he went to Kona, which is the Hawaiian Ironman, the world famous.
Where'd you do that?
In Australia.
The Ironman competition?
Yeah, in Foster Tuncurry, in the New South Wales coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where they always do it?
They used to, and they moved it now, I think north. Yeah, I can't remember where exactly, but it's in northern Queensland somewhere.
Cool.
Now.
That's like a whole decathlon, or is it? Like,
No. It's 3.8k swim.
Yeah.
190.2 kilometer bike and a marathon at the end with no breaks.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I think the obsession, it's a gift and a curse in many fields.
Yeah.
I don't know how you were at school, but me and Blaine were like a bit of troublemakers, like we couldn't stay focused. But it's when you have an obsession with something, all you can do is focus on it. You don't want to spend any minute of your day on any other quest. And I think that is what we're hoping translates to Project 730, which is what we're doing.
Well, I heard something very eloquently put one time, and it made so much sense to me, and I've just stolen it. The way you do one thing, you do everything.
Yeah.
And that thing that you can do, now you know you can.
Exactly.
And that you've been able to find your focus, now you know you can find your focus on anything. 100%. Now, here's the thing. You're not always going to love what you have to focus on, mate. Trust me, there's going to be some times where they're trials, you know, and you have to be able to put the focus into that. It could be your health. You could, you know, heaven forbid, but, you know, you could, you know, people get sick all the time, right? Especially in the current situation. Holy moly, man. So imagine you have everything in front of you and you all of a sudden have this illness. And now, well, what are you going to do? You're just going to, I can only focus on jiu-jitsu, so now I've got this illness, so fuck it. Well, how are you going to, first of all, are you going to survive it like that? Yeah. I don't think that's a mentality to survive anything.
No.
Let alone an illness, right?
No, you're going to get kicked in.
Now that you've found your focus,
you don't know how much that relates to me, though.
I would, I believe it. And, you know, like I said, the trips around the sun, you know, or across the plains, however you
Yeah, exactly.
But now I know that you can focus, so don't catch me. Don't let me catch you not.
100%.
Especially when it's important. And that's not easy. And I'm not fucking perfect. Oh, I am not fucking perfect at all. But I know that if I focus, you know, I can really achieve whatever I want to, you know. And with hard work, you can't just go thinking about it.
No,
there's got to be the action, right?
Yeah.
You got to take those steps. And I'm a man of action, and my life kind of reflects all that too, but not without good, you know, direct energy, you know, like that direct energy weapon we're talking about.
Exactly. Well, I want to touch on two things you said there. First off, as you're saying, directing the energy, law of attraction, and this feeds into how we met. So,
man, I want to talk to your parents. They've done a hell of a job with you.
Me and Blaine,
big shout out to mum and dad.
Me and Blaine were playing at my brother's, the week before his Bucks party. We were drafting out the teams for the partners for like all the activities we were doing. No, my oldest brother. But
you got a couple of brothers. That's cool.
And all doing two doing jiu-jitsu out of the three.
That's
out
awesome.
of the four, three out of the four. And we were playing this game that's called Jackbox. And it's like just ask silly questions, like sort of like Kahoot. And we were talking about the art of war. I have no idea what he's talking about. We were talking about the art of war and law of attraction.
Oh, now I know what he's talking about.
And the first question that came up was about the art of war. Wow. And we were just thinking, this thing is real. And since then, everything in my life has just, whatever I focus on, it has fallen into place.
Since you are open to this, and I don't know, people watching this might think it's a bunch of hoo-ha or whatever, but, you know, your focus, energy flows where your focus goes. It's kind of like there's lots of little anecdotes and cliches, and fuck, I hate the word cliche because it's such a shame that the world has been so consistent.
Yeah.
Like the universe has been so consistent for so long that they make fun of it now.
Yep.
Literally.
You know, and that's a shame because then people tend to sort of go, oh yeah, okay. And they just like shield it and it just goes, pow, and it just literally just bounces off them rather than there's an opportunity for them to go, yeah, you know, like it's true. Where focus goes, energy flows, right? So that's, I'm all about that, dude. And my whole life has really reflected that too. I've always been if you talk to the closest people around me, you'll see that they'll probably say he's one of the most like positive people. And it's not like bad shit doesn't happen. Bad shit happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Like it does to you, your parents.
100%.
Right? It's yourself, your parents, your family, your siblings, your business associates, you know, your jiu-jitsu partners. And no one's impervious to pain and suffering. I think it's just the key is about in a losing environment. I'll give you what I mean by like what the controllers are doing, you know, like look at what the government's doing to us right now. I'm not going to get into it, but you can't tell me that for us, they're trying to screw us every left, right, and center. So how do you thrive in that environment? Then you got to go, I can't be focusing on that.
Yeah.
Be aware of it so you can learn how to win.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
I think it's
and create your environment. Because winners, if they don't have the environment to thrive, they create them.
Yeah.
Literally.
And I do that with positive energy, surround myself with the best people, have a really good game plan, be willing to fail and come back. And it's only a failure if you just keep repeating the same mistakes. And like I said, I ain't fucking perfect, man. But the way you do one thing, you do all things, and just that teaches you focus, and then run with that with all your projects and have fun.
My thoughts on it are, worst case scenario, you're still achieving it, even if it's not directly through the thought. I think
Absolutely.
visualizing it makes it happen. But even if it doesn't, positive things happen when you dedicate yourself.
Yeah, it may not be, it may not be exactly the thing.
Yeah.
But man, it would lead you to the call that you made, and then you went this place. It didn't show up. I bumped into you guys on Swanston Street after a Closure in Moscow show, seeing one of my top brown belts, Manny, and my podcast partner, co-host. Yeah, 10P brown belt. You know, he's just done a show. I'm with my fam. We're walking Swanston Street after the gig. And then my daughter goes, that guy's wearing your hoodie. And I go, what? I turn around and see you guys, and you're running a video while you're going through Swanston Street. And I like go, hey. And you're like, hey, Frank, 10P Melbourne, what the hell are you wearing my gear? 10P Melbourne.
Oh, hello, mate. This is my brother. My brother knows you. You commentate Hex, yeah?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey, man. Because, yeah, just Sammy, my brother. I'm like, oh, my God, what the hell? Anyway, it was just...
We'll play the clip.
Dude, yeah, and you got to play the clip after I mention. Or while I'm mentioning this, you should be playing the clip.
Oh, fuck out of here. And I'm walking out of the fucking show, and I see this guy on this video camera, and he's just videotaping, everything, just him walking around the city with his mates. And then Caprice goes, did you see that? I said, what? I turned around, he's got a Temple and Melbourne hoodie on, right? I'm like, what the fuck's all right? I go, what the hell? He goes, yeah, Frank, how you going? You do Hex? I go, yeah. He goes, what are you wearing my shit? He goes, yeah, a friend of mine used to train with you, fucking, he gave me his hoodie. I go, asshole, who is he?
Who gave you, who is that person, mate?
So apparently he's going to show up for open rolling tomorrow night. So
unreal, man. Unreal. And then the boys showed up last Friday night for a roll, which is beautiful. Yeah. And that's, you know what? I love that the most. You know how many friends I've made and relationships I've built deeply, some shorter than others, like you guys. Like I feel like, we've seen each other a few times now. You come to my school, we roll with my boys with, sweat equity, right? Come down and roll. I invite a lot of people to come down.
Yeah.
Not everybody. And they should, because it's an awesome account.
100%.
With awesome squad members that love jiu-jitsu and are here like all week. Like our guys, they're here all week, mate. They don't come in like once a month. Yeah. They come in here freaking twice a day. These guys are unbelievable. It's amazing. And to see you guys here made me happy. Sorry to take up screen.
No, awesome. That's perfect. That's what we want.
Really happy to see you guys here and hang out with us. So
we appreciate it. No, it was a great experience.
We're building our relationship too.
But it's not even just networking. It's just like the sheer chance of all these things aligning. We came up with the plan 2 years for an amateur fight on Road to Hex. This was just something we spoke out into the world, and now it's like little by little, step by step, we're seeing a pathway to it. We went in, we interviewed you at the weigh-ins. You told us we were going to come in for a roll.
It was a hot day in there. You have to excuse me.
We were going to come in for a roll. He said, can't come in. Well, you can come in, but I'm at the weigh-ins. We'll go to the weigh-ins, interview ya. We walk out. Colby Thickness is there. We interview him. We walk out, and then what'd you say, Blaine?
What did I say?
Should we go get media passes?
Oh, that's right.
Go back in, get media passes. It's all on camera. Oh my God, lads, we have done it.
We almost walked away.
We were gone. We were walking down the street.
We accepted the interview with Frank
and Colby. We were happy with that. And then we saw the director, and he was like, "Man, talk to SJ. We're low on numbers."
SJ is one of my.
Of course, I rolled with her. Yeah. I had a really good roll with her. Got go planted, but still, I was like, I feel good here. Go planter. So.
That's great. That's great.
Which is
congrats
one
on
of the
congrats on your medal on the weekend.
Gold medal.
Division, 3 wins. Congratulations.
I'll pop up some judo tosses up now. Some Uchimatas, tosses, all that stuff. Didn't shoot a double leg this time, which I'm happy with myself not doing that. What separates world-class athletes to the rest of the pack? We're here to become the best, our best.
Yeah, you need a team. And this is what everybody thinks they don't need. And this is the biggest problems most school owners, coaches have, is that they train these guys for 6, 8, 9 years and they become very, very good, competitive, make a name, and then they walk. And they find all these other people that all walk out of their schools, they all want to get together and train, and they do fuck all. You know what I mean? Because their mindset, they're thinking of themselves. Mm-hmm. And see, there's a saying, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. Yep. If you want to go far, you go with a team. And if you look at Djokovic or any tennis player that's in the top 10, what do they have? Surrounded by doctor, nutritionist, massage and rehabilitation specialist, personal trainer.
Holistic.
Right? Look at them all. Well, okay, you look at the best, even musicians. metal drummers, like, dude, their fitness has to be top notch, mate. And they have to have routines, they have to have their fluids, they're doing 3-hour shows, they're practicing 6-8 hours a day. You need a team. Me, I have a team, whether it's my financial team, I have my support crew, your family, my closest friends. I have my coaches, and some of them can be best friends too, like Eddie. Me and Eddie are super tight, super close. I trust him with my life, he trusts me with his. Teammates for your jiu-jitsu. You've got to have your jiu-jitsu team.
Yep.
So that you can train every day. Someone's going to be there, is going to get the best out of you, push you. You understand what I mean? You need the teams. Yeah. Business owners, it goes on and on and on. You need a team of advisors, the richest men and the most powerful men in the world. Look at Donald Trump and the presidency. Look at the guys that are in his... Do I have to fucking tell you how important it is to have a team?
Yeah.
Like, look at those guys. It's unbelievable. From health to finances to border, boundaries. Let's just call them boundaries. You've got to set boundaries in your life.
I think
same thing, right? You have to have a team. And I think the team is something that a lot of people underappreciate until it's too late. Yeah. Until it's too late. And they just dojo hop, and it's like all about them, and they don't want to relent because they think, they're just feeding the guy at the top. What are you talking about? The guy at the top has sacrificed everything to represent whatever it is that you're learning. Let's call it jiu-jitsu because we're in a jiu-jitsu community, in a fight community, in a combat community. Fuck, have we picked the hardest fucking community in the world? Right?
To get that little bit over anyone else, you have to outwork them, outtrain them. But I think what you're saying...
Look at George Mangos, look at those kind of champions. Look at Jonathan McCain.
Even Ricky, their whole team at Lions.
Ricky, look at the Lions then, look at AET, look at Matt Masters too, they're coming up rising stars.
Yep.
It goes on and on, and I could rattle off a whole bunch of teams.
Even going in there just to jiu-jitsu approach. First off, I think the concept you said works. Even at regional, who medals, who doesn't. We went 10-2 at the last event. 4 people competed, 2 golds, 1 silver, 1 bronze. Beautiful display. The other teams finishing above us had like 20 and 30. 20 wins, 30 losses. But it's just the numbers. It's who's around you. It's not the amount you have.
It's quality, baby.
It's content. It's who's dedicated.
Quality.
But also, as you're talking about the upcoming gyms, I think it is also really important, not just the quality, not just the quantity, but what you're doing. Everything's a tool. The ecological approach, that's a tool.
Yep.
Sparring, that's a tool.
Yep.
Drilling, that's a tool.
Yep.
It's not about...
Resources.
Everything is a tool. It's how you use
Discussion groups.
Exactly.
Jiu-jitsu study or, game study.
Literally, 100% film study. It's... Especially here, man. If you...
this is a lab. Look at this place.
If we take a photo of the wall, man...
Yeah, we should show that.
It's not...
It's good.
It is... It is not just, you come in here, you drill something different.
Hey, get up early secrets, mate.
Formula.
We got formulas, we got algorithms, we got everything. We got percentages, we know our data, we quantify, we categorize, we simulate and appropriate. We're drilling every single day. We're working on our most important 8 themes. They're all up there. They're all up there. They're all up there. You can check them out. But, we've got 8 series. Every day for 15 minutes in the advanced class. We work one theme, and there's 4 flows. And they're the best, most reliable pathways in all of no-gi jiu-jitsu, whether we've got the data from MMA, pros, amateurs, local scene jiu-jitsu, combat jiu-jitsu in the cage, in an open stage, the latest competitions, FPI, EBI, Medusa, combat jiu-jitsu worlds, Gracie Worlds, anything that any of our soldiers, Polaris, all the jiu-jitsu, Salmon Challenge, anything where there's a competition that our soldiers are involved and not involved, and something cool is happening and consistently, like a new leg lock attack that was popping up, new back takes that are popping up, we organically mesh them into the warm-ups. And that's our playbook, really. Yeah. But it doesn't matter that you can read it. You wouldn't understand what the hell that is.
I don't really, no.
But all of our moves have names, and that way we can have a conversation on the phone. Like with Eddie, the biggest learning tool I had with Eddie on the phone over all those years was, are we still rolling?
Yeah, we're still rolling. It's
was
just a bit blurry.
Our abilities to have conversations on the phone and just say one name, a name of a move, and we knew exactly what that pathway was all about.
True, yeah.
How we entered, how we exited, what was along the way, what could go wrong, where our adjustments are, where the forks in the roads were, the roadblocks. And that's why my biggest growth was usually just with the mental part. Like he asked me what separates, the world class. It's the people that are willing to, break things down to and quantify the small details. Mm-hmm. And if you look up on there, there's 32 flows, top and bottoms, 64. There's probably over 500 parts and pieces and particles of jiu-jitsu up there. You know, ways to mount, ways to escape the mount, side control attacks, escapes from side control, sweeps, foot locks, leg locks, knee bars, arm bars, chokes, strangles, escapes, reversals, transitions, pins and holds. All of them are there. And, you know, every day for 15 minutes in advance, we pick a theme, and as all goes, there's 8 themes, so we rotate them Monday to Thursday. So ABCD is week 1, EFGH is week 2, and A is Granbies and how we use Granbies in Jiu-Jitsu. A lot of wrestling in there. B series is Hail Mary finishes, so fast finishes. When you've got nothing but a prayer, what do you throw up?
Yeah.
So we go heel hook, straight ankle lock, toe hold, rolling Kimura to the back.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got, you know, and Marcellitine, like the fastest ways to finish somebody. So we have a whole series dedicated to that. Pressure passes, you know, you've got inverters and leg lockers. They're the two, they'll make your day a miserable day. If you don't know how to contain a leg locker and a guy that likes to invert, you're screwed. So pressure pass is dedicated to that guy, how to defeat that guy and pass his guard. Standing passes, because, you know, sometimes pressure passing is the worst thing to do.
Okay.
Like body lock passing.
Yep.
So against a rubber guard player, they'll eat you for breakfast. They'll smash you. They'll
Oh man,
chuck
I was trying tripod passes.
Oh,
and
good
just
luck.
got
Good luck with
eaten
that.
alive today. Manny was like, "What are you doing?" Just snapping my head down. It's funny.
Yeah. So and then E is quarter guard, lockdown, half guard, dogfight. F is butterflies, Jean-Jacques Machado style and Marcelo Garcia style. Yep. So the overhook style butterfly sweep and the 2-on-1 style butterfly sweep. So we have them in our series. G is top half passes. So when you're in top half, you got to know how to pass the guard to top half.
Yeah.
Some people are absolute ninjas from bottom half. I like to play bottom half.
Have you adapted this from Eddie? Or
Yeah. I'll explain that. F is butterflies. G is top half passes, and H is probably some of you guys' favorite, open guards. Do you play open guard?
No.
Me either.
I'm from
Clinch
top.
base, all clinch based jiu-jitsu for me. But we do have to practice them and get good at them, because I never in a million years thought I would do burn bolos, but I bolo all the time. I do baby bolos. When I'm setting up leg defense to the back. There's lots of reasons to do bolos. When I'm setting up twisters. So we have open guards. So that is reverse de la Riva or spiral clinch. We have de la Riva. We have X guard, deep half, and burn bolo. Yep. And we practice them, and we flow through these only for 15 minutes. Each theme, 4 drills. You've got to learn them. Yep. And you learn them in the fundies program. In the fundamentals program, we only have to address the entries of all these flows. Yep. And that'll take you about between 9 and 15 months. And once you do, you get popped into the graduates program in the advanced class, and now we learn the rest of the warm-ups.
I'm also really curious to learn your belting system, because I saw Alonzo's a purple belt. Mm-hmm. It's a no-gi school. Mm-hmm. How do you rank fighters? What are there tests? What is that?
No, we don't do gradings. Okay. We don't do tests. I just feel when they've put in the right amount of time, and the numbers always reflect that. Yep. So you can manipulate time in here. We have an accelerated training system, as I've just explained. And that's not everything, that's just the playbook for 15 minutes. We do leg lock defense every day with flow drills and grip drills. We do techniques of the day. We break down current situations that happen, we see in tournaments, and we saw this, we saw that, or on MMA, did you see this inverted crucifix setup? So yeah, we do that all the time. We haven't taught in a while, we start implementing that, you know. So we are very flexible, and we very much adapt to what's going on in the world, but we stick to our structured programs. And that includes eco-style training. Yep. So that means live drills, scenarios, and sparring every night. So we do about 45 minutes to an hour, about 45 to 50 minutes of drilling a day. And that includes all those things I talked about with warm-ups and with leg lock flows and leg lock defense and tech of the day. And we do live drill scenarios according to the themes.
Yeah.
So for instance, B series, we do front headlock live drills. I mean, you should be doing front headlock live drills every fucking day. Because, I mean, you're at front headlock every day when you're sparring. Literally. And you've got to build game there, or else you just lose there.
Especially like in a self-defense like landscape.
Oh, dude, 100%.
What if someone going for other than a punch? On
they're going to double leg you. They're going to shoot through the throat in your head.
They're trying to get a headlock. They're trying to.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
That's what they're going for.
So I'm talking front headlock though. So it's like top.
So you
50.
a headlock
from front headlock. Just see
like turtle. Like
yeah, exactly. So you're attacking a double leg, and I've got a front headlock with a spring.
Oh, awesome.
So we do live drills from this is B series. We do fully locked in Kimura on your left arm from side control. We do Hell's Gate inside heel hook attack live drill. We do arm triangle. So we do an arm triangle setup from a chopping block live drills. So that's, for instance, that's B. And every day that we come in and train in the advanced class, we have eco live drills ready when you come in. So we've got 8 series. So there's almost like up to 50 live drill scenarios that we do.
Yeah.
Every day. But we don't do all 50 every day, but we are working all of our scenarios. So imagine we do 2 weeks. That's a 2-week cycle.
Yeah.
That's a 2-week cycle with all live drills. So imagine in 1 month training here, you know how many hours you do? Oh my God. Of live drilling, eco training, drilling, leg lock defense, leg lock flows and grip training, technique of the day, jiu-jitsu analysis, study. Man, that's how we run things here. A lot of people don't understand what we do at 10 Planet, man. But in our academy here at 10 Planet Melbourne,
so calculated.
Everything is planned, and this is exactly what Eddie taught me to do. So Eddie Bravo is my coach, he's my teacher, he's my mentor, he's an inspiring, motivating person. I don't need motivation, but I'm just naturally just excited about what I do, because I choose what I do. 100%. We talked about that earlier, but that has its own positive spin-offs with attraction. And,
literally.
Right? So and put me in contact with the greatest people in the world. Dude, fuck, man. It goes on and on. But yeah, so I'm mentored by him, and his teacher is Jean-Jacques Machado. He's my granddaddy, my jiu-jitsu granddaddy. And I have a relationship with Jean-Jacques. He's taught here. He taught his first no-gi seminar in his whole career here in 2018.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's up there, he signed his photo up there with Eddie. So I think I'm in pretty good hands. Yeah. And I'm following exactly what my teacher's doing. And of course, he has his own personality, his own drills. I'm not there every day. He's obviously in Los Angeles. I go there every year. I've been 16 times to LA to train for multiple weeks at a time.
Yeah.
I've never taken any years off other than the COVID bullshit when we couldn't travel, especially me not being, So at one stage I was there 15 times in 13 years. That's how often I was going. I went twice in 2009, 2010. So I've been following Eddie and his methodology and mentality in producing the best guy we can as fast as we can. As close as what he was doing, I'm doing. And that's what we're doing here. So that's why here, it's like an Olympic training academy. Here, we're training multiple medalists en masse. So when I come in and we're doing 18, 20 guys training every night, it's like a whole group of them, and it's systematic, and we're doing the warm-ups. They know what's happening. In our chat group, they've got the resources. They watch the videos before they come in. So it's a little reminder, just to tap that reminder button just before they leave the house, during breakfast, on their work sites, just before they come into jiu-jitsu. Say, today's A, today's B, today's C, and it's a mentality. Granby's, B's, Hail Mary's, fast finish, C's, pressure passes, D's, standing passes, E's, quarter guard, F is butterflies, G's, top half passes, H day, shit, we're going to be doing a lot of wrestling because it's open guards. Yeah, they know exactly what to expect when they come in. All you got to do is show up. And there's a whole stack of paperwork ready for you to start organising, right? It's pretty awesome.
That is exactly what I look for. Our MMA coach, that we've been training under, he's a 6'10", black belt at judo, brown belt jiu-jitsu.
That's awesome.
Coached multiple countries in Olympic judo.
See?
European Sambo champion. He's back-to-back reigning Australian Sambo champion, judo champion, Oceania.
What's his name?
Sajad Kazemi. We just call him Sajad.
Yeah. Sajad Kazemi.
He's absolute...
Sounds like an amazing dude.
He's exactly like you're saying. The systematic approach, what works for this body type, the drilling, the sparring, everything is calculated.
Yes.
The strength and conditioning.
Yep.
Everything has thought put into it. It's not just, okay, we're here to make money. Come in, pay your fees. I'll get the white belts. I'll make the money off the white belts. Yeah. And it'll just be a constant cycle. People come and people stay at gyms like 10th Planet. The Aiden, Alonso,
dude,
SJ.
Ask them how long they've been training, dude. It's unbelievable,
100%.
Me and Tito, who's the head instructor at 10th Planet South Melbourne, we've been together since he was 14 years. He was 11 when I met him. We've been together training since he was like 14 years old.
Yeah.
He's 40.
Sell
you know
the
what I mean?
gym.
Like,
sell the gym for us.
That's what does that tell you? I mean, it's not. Listen, it's not easy. You're tired, exhausted all the time. It's hard to do anything outside of it. Getting things done outside is hard because you're trying to recover. You've got to do some rehab. You've got to hit the gym. You've got to lift kettlebells. I do swim sprints every week, 3 times a week. I'm lifting 2 times a week. I'm rolling 4 times a week if I'm not injured. I'm at AET every Thursday training with the best guys. We've got UFC guys, we've got Hex guys, we've got Road to Hex guys there, we've got Jiu-Jitsu champions there, Pan Pacific champions there, national champions, world champions there. We've got Ninos Demo coaching, we've got, I'm sparring with Jonathan McAuliffe or with Jimmy Crude or those guys. I mean, it's just, I'm doing that. I mean, I'm a coach.
Yeah.
I'm a coach. And I'm training 12, 13 hours a week, my own training. That's stupid.
That's crazy.
And I'm a coach. You know what I mean? And then you get to some people that go, well, dude, fucking hell, man. Like, I'm telling you now, man, the best systems in the world they're road drillers, man. They're just, you look at tennis players, Djokovic, for instance, in the gym, same warm-ups, same band work, same exercise, same balancing, same F1 drivers, same fucking response drills. Have you seen how fit and athletic F1 drivers are?
Their neck strength, man.
My daughter's at the F1 right now, the press conference right now. She's at it. But huge fan of. Oh shit, that's my microphone. Fuck, what happened?
Just a magnet.
Fuck.
Fix it.
Is it falling?
Is the magnet on the other side?
Magnet's in there, yeah.
Yeah, just realign it. How recently did you compete, and are you looking to compete in the future?
Damn, I can't believe you fucking asked me that. Look, I love competing because training is competing every single day for me.
Yeah.
The last time I competed was 2022, was May 15 in Queensland. I was co-main event at a grappling classic. It's called Classic Jiu-Jitsu, and I was up against Dan Castles. Dan Castles, such a beast, such a nasty athlete, really gifted and talented, super strong, very dangerous. I got footlocked real quick in about under 40 seconds. It was hard. I trained like 8 weeks for it. I hadn't competed in 7 years. No excuses. I went in there and I got ready, and I was in the best shape I've been in a long time. I backed myself. I was ready for a war. I was ready to go 10 minutes, without stopping. But that's the last time I competed. But the thing is that since 2016, I was looking for a fight. Since 2016, I went online looking for a fight. I'll put up all my training videos so people would see that I wasn't like some washed out dude, and still no action, So literally, what's that? 6 years straight. I finally, and of course, Dan Castle. What a shitty matchup, really. I mean, and that guy's ex-MMA guy, like fucking, he's like 31 years old or 32, something like that at the time. Like just an absolute wild beast on the local circuit. I mean, I'm an idiot, but I didn't care because I was so like, I don't give a fuck who it is.
You had enough confidence.
I just want to train hard for 8 weeks. I want to show my team that what I say, I expect from me, what I expect from you. So whatever I get you to do, just shut the fuck up and do it, because I expect it from me too. And they watched me go through that. I want to get my bags, say goodbye to my family, travel, go and get in a fight on my own. I had the Brisbane team there supporting me. My content producer, Johnny Charles, was there supporting me. Alonso flew up for the fight.
Awesome.
Wade came up for the fight. A couple of my students did. I'm sorry it didn't go great. A lot of people were kind of confused and disappointed, but I go, everybody gets finished under a minute. Sometimes in their career it happens at all black belt. Dude, lately you gotta look at the finishes. People getting caught in arm bars at 8 seconds now at the top high levels.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens to everybody, right? So it's like, it's just this strange thing happening. I'm like, fuck, man. Look, it happens when you're dealing with live blades. Yeah. That's what black belt level is. One mistake, you're dead. And it goes for him and for me. It could have easily been the other way. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
100%.
So that's the last time I competed. As you can see, I'm completely over it, right?
And are you looking to compete soon?
Dude, my family does not want to hear this, but man, I competed for 14 years, dude.
Yeah.
I did some really cool things along the way as well. I won a couple of titles along the way. At Purple Belt, I took a silver in my first tournament in Pan Pacs at Absolute Division and I was in the Masters Division. I was like fucking 39 years old for the first time in the jiu-jitsu scene as a 10th planet athlete. Took silver in the Absolute Division, had a really good performance that day. And then I took, as a Purple Belt, fresh Purple Belt, I won Victorian Championship at Purple Belt in the Masters Division. At Brown Belt, I got a knockout. I was in the brown belt division. I think it was masters, of course, because now I'm at brown belt. I'm at 44 years old at this stage, and at Grappling Industries. And I had this really good match with a dude over from Shepparton. I can't remember his name. They're really good over there. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of really cool guys down there. Jason Farron and the boys. Big hello to them. But as one of his training partners, and I pulled guard on him, and I went underneath, locked up that electric chair grip, and he attacked my neck. I thought, it's not good. My knee kind of cleared, so I reset and stood up. And I had been heavy on wrestling. I mean, my wrestling at that stage was probably at its best. And I was just coming forward with a single tie and an inside position, and he went to pull guard as I was driving, and I pushed it up, and it broke his legs open, and his head just went slam right into the mat and knocked himself out cold. Damn. So I'm one of the few athletes that have got a knockout victory in jiu-jitsu.
That's crazy.
And I was so pissed because I trained for so long for that. I'm like, fuck! I couldn't believe it, but anyway, it was spectacular.
Did you get decision, or how'd that end?
Oh, I mean, I won because he was unconscious. They weren't going to let him.
See how Sammy competed for 10th planet?
Yeah, he won.
He choked someone out.
That guy? Is he still around?
As a siren. I saw him at a Road to Hex.
Is he training?
He does a lot of boxing, so I think he does a bit of both.
Oh, I don't recommend
But,
that.
yeah,
For a
no.
guy like that, dude, that guy he'll allow himself to choke to sleep every time.
Yeah.
He will not tap to chokes.
Yeah.
I've seen that guy get put out 2 times in one tournament.
I seen him at Road to Hex and he had this big bruise on his head, a scratch. And I'm like, okay, I know this guy bloody has dog fights.
You gotta
Like, he
commend,
gets in there.
you gotta commend the spirit.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think boxing's a good sport for him.
That's funny. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I wish him well. I mean, we're not
interesting.
being.
No, not at all.
spirit,
He
honestly,
looks good at boxing.
I hope so, man. I
One
hope
of the
he's
fights
okay,
I
man.
saw, he did lose, but he looks like.
Listen, everyone should
boxing's
train. You know,
definitely
like I haven't
still
had
tough.
nothing against that, but there's some people that they just unnecessarily put themselves in harm's
But
way,
it's
and I
why
really
people get
and they're
into
young,
jiu-jitsu.
you know, and they're young, and I'm like, well, is it really necessary? I don't think it's
Is it
necessary.
ego,
do you?
maybe? Like,
Maybe they've got a lot to prove. Maybe their parenting has been, you know, their parent experiences. I'm not putting shit on his family. They probably love him dearly, but I'm just saying that sometimes when a young man acts out like that, it's like they want some kind of recognition that you're a hard ass. Maybe his dad just flames him for being a pussy or something. I don't fucking know. Who knows, right? But
Generally,
yeah.
not just this person. Generally,
Yeah, generally speaking,
Yeah,
generally
100%.
speaking, not him. I'm just saying, like, generally,
Yeah.
when guys like that come, it's like they've got to prove something every time. Like, bro, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to prove. Just train. Just be happy.
I think
Yeah.
Just get
most-
skillful.
Most
you know?
people experience that in jiu-jitsu, and the humbling comes along,
Oh
and
man,
they stop.
amen, bro. That's it.
You like in the people that are afraid of tapping sparring. I've just
Oh, that's just so
never
bad.
really
It's so
understood.
shit. If I'm in trouble, man, I'm tapping.
Yeah, for sure,
I'm
man.
tapping.
It's not worth.
it's really not worth
It's
yeah.
it's a learning.
Doesn't
You're
define
learning.
me. I mean,
You're
you-
not. You don't get a medal at the end of it. Like, I don't have my medal on now, but got in a deep triangle, deep armbar in the gold medal match. That's a different story. I'm there to win
Well,
a
you
medal.
know, look, I understand the circumstances, especially when you're competing at a high level. I mean, you're going to risk it all. People play with strapped up hamstrings, and I mean, how many times have we seen fighters go in the UFC and you know they've got shoulders that are going to come out? Like TJ Dillashaw, that's a great example. That guy was an absolute beast, but you know what? It's just the way it fate. You can't. What will be, man.
But see what
And no matter
that's
how
costed
hard
him.
we want it or desperate. And how hard we train it, that shoulder's not gonna, it just came out.
It's gone. He can't train anymore.
Dude, that guy's in a bad way.
I've seen his footage, and I'm like, oh, hey, he looks really good. And I notice he's only using one arm. He can't raise his arm.
Yeah.
What?
Look, we just want people to be healthy, you know. Like I know,
Destroyed,
that's an example where the guy's making money out of this stuff. Like it's probably his last fight, and he's going to take it for 200K. He's going to fucking take it. My shoulder can do whatever it wants for 200K.
If he won that,
Do you know what I
he's
mean?
gone.
Yeah,
Like,
200.
You know,
if
but when
won
you're on
that,
the mat
then
every
he won't
night,
go.
right? That's what you're saying.
100%. You
You know,
gotta.
who gives a fuck? You know, like some people pride themselves of not being able to be finished, and they fucking don't last, man.
No.
They are
Micro fractures,
broken,
micro tears.
and you don't know half of it. You don't know half of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't. Doesn't define me.
To slightly go off topic.
Doesn't define me.
I've enjoyed this, but let's go to the real hard-hitting questions.
All right.
Tomato sauce in the pantry or in the fridge.
Well, we talked about this last time, and I told you I'm a pantry guy.
And you're gonna stick in freezing cold refrigerated sauce that's like coagulated. Like what? No, mate, it has to be runny and smooth. It has to like be a merge on a freeway. You got to be going at speed, baby, and at room temperature's that speed.
And I didn't quite really explain it perfectly, but I think now I've got it all worked out. I'll just say this example, and I'll leave it with you to decide. When you go into a bakery and you see these delicious hot pies, just come straight out and you go, oh, did you just make, oh, they're fresh out of the oven. And you go, damn, can I have 4 please? And you might be there with your mate or whatever, you know. And when you reach for the sauce, it's on the counter.
Correct.
Isn't it?
It is.
And
it is.
how would you describe the temperature of that sauce bottle that's on the counter?
Most likely room temperature.
Yeah, and how long do you reckon it's been sitting on that counter?
most likely a month or 2.
Wild.
And they just keep refilling it with sauce from out of the fridge to there, and everyone's, and it's like I said, sauce at room temperature is like entering the freeway. You just gotta be at speed, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
There you go.
That's
I'm glad we cleared that up.
yeah, great. We cleared that up. I mean, live by the sword, die by the sword. If you're a fridge guy, you can't be eating cafe sauce. That is just not allowed.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it now.
Are you gonna ask it? Excuse me, before you buy my hot dog or my meat pie?
Chuck you in the fridge.
Was that from the fridge? She's gonna kick you out. You're gonna come out running, mate.
That's a really fair point. All right.
I mean,
well,
how do you? Because you've all done it and you've all had it. Now you're thinking, what about the tuck shop lady? All those years at the canteen.
Yeah.
How many times?
The worst is at the footy, mate, you can tell them put water in it, trying to get every dime for the tomato sauce. They're watery, bloody room temperature sauce.
These guys are funny.
All right.
They shouldn't cost 40 cents.
Oh my God.
That's ridiculous.
Are you kidding? Yeah. Dude, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's how hard they've made our lives, that now we're making each other's lives. Is that the most ridiculous thing ever? Because who's going to pay for all this stuff?
The best, Frank.
You see how we're all suffering? You see? And they think, oh, Jesus. We'll give you a 25-point discount on your mortgage. Oh my God.
I don't think you're talking, Frank, about the biggest issue. 40 cents. Plus the 15% surcharge.
What is this on the weekend? Oh, I remember I went with my contemporaries with Johnny Charles over in Northcote. We went to this beautiful little place on a Sunday. And I had a 15% surcharge because it was the weekend. Are you fucking kidding? So if I have my Saturday morning class, all right, everybody who does Saturday morning classes, 22, well, I'm going to put a 15% surcharge on your fees if you come in on the weekend.
That's crazy.
Can you fucking believe it?
It's outrageous.
It is crazy, but they do it. They do it everywhere.
Yeah.
They do it everywhere. But if I was to do it, they would hang me up on the cross like this.
We got cash out to pay for our pop in here, which was on the house. Thank you to Frank.
First class is always on us.
We came in and I went and I'm like, oh, why does it charge me $4? $3.50 to take out of an ATM that isn't a common.
Really? Oh,
that is.
Who's that money going to?
Well, you know what they're doing? They're trying to make it painful to stop you from taking out the money that they don't have to give you in the first place.
Because they're gaining interest on it.
I think
nursing homes...
Don't even go into this banking situation.
Nursing homes are the biggest scam. You give them the bond from the house and they just make interest on it and you just have to let it sit there. What the hell is that? I don't know how I wasn't exposed to that in school.
And he's only 17, 18, whatever the hell he is, 19. Dude, you got a lot of years of torment coming your way. But anyway, no, I'm only joking. But the thing is, because you got a fucking head on your shoulders, man. And you've obviously been raised right, and whoever's around you and for so long are the right people. I'm telling you, they're the right people.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it because, man, it's really fresh to have young guys just aware. It's an awareness of it, not a debilitating disease.
Yeah.
So look at it as be aware of it. Don't let it infect you. Do you understand? So just be mindful. Do the right things. You know, the right things, smart things that we know we've proven. You know, don't drink tap water. Have filtered water as much as you can. Eat clean food as much as you can. Grow some food for God's sakes. Even if it's just basil leaves or some tomatoes in summer, that you have some something nutritious in your body that's come from. It's holistic. You know, like instead of a packet or mass produced with all these pesticides. You know, wash your fruit out. Like if you're doing these things, I mean, I'm just rapping. But what I'm saying is that there's a reason why some people in the world sort of seem to thrive, and some people struggle. And we all struggle, but we just choose to where we want to direct our energy and our mentality to make whatever environment we're in as bright can be. Do you understand?
Yep.
That's the key, because it's crap, bro. If you want to focus on all that, go ahead. But I try to focus on the shiny things in life, things that keep me smiling, happy, and vibrating at a frequency that's going to attract good things, you know?
100%.
I'm not perfect.
A big trend now online is people reviewing and talking about a Balkan diet.
Yeah.
A diet of bloody eggplants, vegetables, meat.
Sounds Italian, Mediterranean.
Exactly, that's what it is.
That's what I've been raised on.
100%. And I mean, I don't see them getting certain things that other people get. You were obviously in Los Angeles many times, trained at Legends Gym or whatever. Like you've clearly been around it. The bloody fructose corn syrup extract, Red 40, Blue 5, all that stuff. We've never been overseas. No. What was it like, just the person to person? What did you see? Walking into the store, see people walking around, people training. What were their diets like? What were their lifestyles like? Training in a country that has such poor food conditions.
Well, it's California, and everyone in California looks pretty good because Hollywood's not too far away. Yeah, and they're all a bunch of athletes, and everybody that I hung around with there at Legends Gym, and that was opened by Randy Couture and Boss Rutan, and Eddie Bravo was the resident no-gi jiu-jitsu teacher in there. And the only people that were in there were people that wanted the best shit, and that were striving, that were training and competing, MMA fighters competing, jiu-jitsu people competing. In 2007 alone, I was hanging out with Jeff Glover, Gil Melendez, all on Eddie's mat. Jake Shields, you name it. Anderson Silva walked through there. Dude, every single day there were high-powered people on the mat, and all of them were doing all the right things all the time. Yeah. All the time. And when I went shopping there, I was at Ralph's or Whole Foods, and I'm eating, as clean as possible. So I'm getting fruits and vegetables and loading up my fridge and making all my food and buying, rice salads and things. I was eating as clean as possible. Yeah, on the weekend I'd have a pizza here or a slice of pizza there, but I tried to eat clean every single time I was there and drink clean water.
Did you?
That's what they look like in LA.
Did you train at Caesar Gracie?
No.
Or did they come over? The Caesar Gracie?
Those guys came over and trained and hung out. Because see, there was this thing called the IFL.
Yep, the International Fight League.
Yeah, and yeah. So they had tournaments all the time, and when they were in town, they would come over and see Eddie.
That's awesome.
Because Eddie had a huge reputation and still has.
100%.
And he was developing some amazing people.
30, 40.
Yeah, and there was like 60 to 80 people on the mat every single night, every day. And that's why I did the floor this way. This is the exact floor plan for Legends Gym when it first opened in 2000.
That's pretty cool.
Two last things I'd like to get your thoughts on. Bas Rutten, man.
Yeah.
Bas Rutten. What was it like being around Bas Rutten? Absolute legend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Former UFC heavyweight champion against Kevin Randleman. Interesting fight, that one.
Off his back.
Yeah, absolutely. Got taken down straight away, did the leg kick. The second leg kick, got taken down. Absolute legend, self-defense legend,
Yeah.
a personality.
Yeah.
What have you taken away from him? Not just training with him and the sport of it, but how entertaining he is off the mat.
I also have his O2 trainer, which I use to this day.
Oh yes,
I've got it. I actually brought it in with me. It's over there on the bed, on the desk.
For those who don't know, it's.
Do you want me to go get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, get it.
I'll
It's
do a demo.
device
I'll do a demo.
that helps your cardiovascular system.
It's great. Works great. I highly recommend it.
Have you heard of this plane?
No, I haven't.
It is awesome. Joe Rogan's promoted it.
Has it?
It's so awesome, and it works for me. Look how much I'm sweating, dude. I'm just fucking sweating.
Oh,
just
you're.
talking shit. So this is Boss Rutten, right? You got time for this?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so this is an O2 trainer. You can see the Boss Rutten double kick that he's known for.
Yep. That looks
This is an original O2 trainer.
Yep.
And Kit Dale gave he won a tournament. We were at some smoker somewhere on the weekend. My little son was with me at the time. He was only about 13 or 12, whatever. And Kit Dale, I'm good friends with Kit, and I've been friends with Kit for a long time. And he won the comp, and they always give him gift bags. Can you imagine how many gift bags that motherfucker's won?
Kit Dale.
Kit Dale.
Kit Dale. Okay.
You haven't heard of Kit Dale?
No, I don't.
One of the
I was
premier
thinking-
MMA, jiu-jitsu athletes ever out of Australia.
I thought you were saying Matt Vale and
No,
Kit
Kit
Campbell.
Dale. Oh, look into
Bloody
Kit Dale.
combination.
Kit Dale, he got his black belt in 4 years.
4 years.
4 years,
Holy-
and yeah, he's got a lot of stuff online. He lives in America. He's doing a lot of movie stuff these days and stunt
that's
work.
awesome.
He's amazing. I love that guy. Big shout out, man. Kit Dale, man. Anyway, so so he wins it and he gives the bag to my son. He goes, "Here, Andre," because my son, I dragged him everywhere, dude, right? So everyone knows my son Andre. So he gave him his bag, and in there was the O2 trainer. I'm like, no. So this is the O2 trainer, and there's 14 levels, and I'm at level 12, so I've got 2 levels to go.
And how long have you had it for?
I've had this for years, but I haven't been on it all the time. I've been took a little break from it for a while, but I'm back on it. It's been on it for
So it's resistance.
a couple of weeks. Yeah. So basically, if I take this level cap off, which is a resistance cap, if I just breathe in, like there's no resistance at all, right? But if I put this cap on there, I have to breathe through that tiny little hole.
Yeah.
So let me just,
We'll have images up.
yeah. And so, yeah. So the way you use it is I do 4 minutes non-stop, full breaths, and as hard as I can do it.
Yeah.
So your lungs, your diaphragm, fuck, it hurts, man. My lungs hurt at the back when I'm doing it, and this is how you do it. First, you breathe out and you bend over like this, right? And then you breathe in all the way out. So it goes like this. I'll do 3.
Yeah.
I'll do that for 4 minutes. 4 minutes straight.
Of course you're picky about your tomato sauce, man. You can taste bloody every molecule in the air. Oh, holy moly, that's outrageous.
Now, boss, if you come out and say this is a crock of shit, I'm gonna fuck you up myself.
We can see your lungs expanding.
Yeah, you could see like my whole neck and my chest, my lungs are filling up. I'm struggling, and the thing is, I'm not breathing normal for 4 minutes. I'm only breathing through this for 4 minutes, and they're forcible inhalations. And the whole idea is that it's so hard to get air into your lungs that your diaphragm and your lungs are working like so hard. It's almost like simulating like you're pushing your lungs.
Yeah.
And it does wonders for your cardio and your stamina, your lung performance.
In theory, it sounds like it
well,
just makes
training
sense.
masks and restrictions in breathing have been. And what about hypoxic drills? I mean, I do hypoxic drills in the water all the time.
Yeah.
While doing swim sprints, like I'll do 20, 25 meters flat out on 50 seconds. So every 50 seconds, I go again, 25 meters. And you're only breathing when you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't just breathe whenever you fucking want.
True.
Our MMA coach is...
So they're hypoxic drills. You see people these days swimming laps with snorkels in the pool. I don't know if you swim or not, but you see it a lot. And that's for that. That's because they're just purely restricting the way in which they normally breathe, which usually is through the nose, right? So they peg the nose and they just breathe through the mouth, and it's a hypoxic drill.
What are your thoughts on ice plunges and
I'm a huge advocate of rehabilitation, recovering, and recharge.
Yeah.
Different.
I say this
The
as
3 R's.
Sammy, my brother who's trained here and doesn't agree with it fully. I say there's no such thing as overtraining, only under recovering.
100%.
And I think it's a couple
It could be arguable, but I get what you mean.
Diet, sleep, recovery, strength and conditioning.
Absolutely.
There is such a level that you can reach. It's
Wow.
not just, I'm getting really tired of training. There's so much you can do. Like, you can't use that as an excuse 90% of the time.
Well, I've been lucky, like I said, I haven't ever stopped training for 45 years, so I'm proof that that's true.
What martial art did you start at? Because you said you were 9
Yeah,
years old.
Zendokai freestyle karate.
Karate.
And I was in the Bob Jones Corporation for 20 years. And in a time where all of their top black belts were working doors, the best doors, most popular doors, and the hardest doors in Melbourne.
As bouncers.
Yeah. And we had a lot of personnel inside as well, doing a lot of festivals. Back in the 70s, music festivals were all the rage.
Just after Woodstock.
Yeah, all the rage. And a lot of I remember our instructors and our high-ranking brown belts would be gone for the weekend and come back with their, t-shirts on, security on the back, A lot of my Shihan was the head of Australian General Security Services. They used to monitor a lot of places, a lot of doors. They were renowned for their street skills. I spent a lot of my youth hanging around them on doors late at night on the outside, just talking to them, eating hot dogs. Because see, there was a time where outside every club, after midnight, there'd be a little hot dog stand.
That's awesome.
So I'd just hang out there with my top instructor, and we would just talk martial arts all night until the fight broke out. And then he would throw out 6, 8 guys, lay them out, and then we'd continue the conversation. I learned a lot,
Yeah.
So I started there with my training, and that was freestyle karate, and we were very eclectic. We were striking, and it's windy outside, that's what you can hear. And we got trees.
Really good. I don't think
Yeah, that's really
Oh, that's good. Anyway, so they were eclectic. So they would train boxing, Western boxing, American kickboxing, Muay Thai, elbows. We would do a little bit of wrestling because I was so street orientated, and they realized how good a double leg was. So I learned to do a double leg early in my career. Some headlock throws, a little bit of judo, foot sweeps.
From a karate gym.
Yeah.
I think
Unheard of.
security and martial arts has been together. I went to I went to the company's name, but I went to an MMA gym, said freestyle MMA. I was thinking, freestyle MMA, mate, Kevin Randall Whitlock. What am I walking into here? And it was some bouncer in the 80s created this martial arts. So I think that, like you said, double legs, sweeps, Muay Thai, box, Western boxing.
Clinching, you got to be good at clinching.
But it translates so well to those scenarios. This is something I ask a lot of people, and I've just thought I'd ask it on the potty. How long do you reckon? This is a lot of ego comes into security, a lot of different things. For someone to do security, just say at levels, billboards, a local club, how long would you recommend they have martial arts training? Not just how to do a hip toss in their security course. How long do you reckon they should do jiu-jitsu to have enough to survive in a bad situation?
Well, in the right school.
10th planet?
18 months
18 months.
to 2 years. That's about a blue belt.
Yep.
If you have a blue belt, and we see this
That's
in
what
law
I hear,
enforcement
blue belts.
in America.
Yep.
I've had a lot of people in prison security system, law enforcement coming through here, and there's not a day that I don't thank me.
Yep.
And come in and tell me, you won't believe what happened today, you won't believe this, you won't believe that. And all the skills that we do just in our normal jiu-jitsu, because it's a clinch-based system. Although we do open guards every 2 weeks, but it's a clinch-based system.
Yep.
Focusing on clinching. We tie you up. You can't do shit when I'm tying you up.
100%.
Lockdown, double underhooks, body lock passing from the
And
bottom.
people panic.
Rubber guard, posture control,
People are
overhooks,
predictable.
underhooks. Man,
that haven't trained.
if you don't do no gi and
Yeah.
you're in
100%.
this is my opinion. If you are in security in some kind, in some way, and you don't do no gi grappling, something's bound to go wrong.
Because it's also like coroner's reports, like you can't just hit someone with unproportional force, and it's hard to know. It's split-second decisions. It's
People smash their head on the
life and
concrete
death.
all the time, man.
The clinch control, the no-gi grips, like I think
Body
that applies so
triangles,
well.
neon belly, mount. A good mount will make a person cry.
Our gyms had army people, like emergency service
They get murdered.
officers that have trained at our gym. And the blue belt, that is the level that...
Blue belt, not black belts. Just blue belt against blue belts. They get murdered.
No, but I'm saying blue belt is like the level you need to be at.
Absolutely.
To feel confident, like
Absolutely.
something goes down. Yeah, I think a lot of what you said translates really well. No-gi is very important. That's good. That is so good for TikTok. I think you've sold the gym pretty well.
I'm not trying to sell anything.
No. But
This is what
I'm
I
just
do.
saying, like,
It's what I do.
honestly, that's what it is. It's
organic, man.
You need that self-defense. You need, and no-gi works really well. People...
Oh, look, you don't have to go to a no-gi school. You can
Yeah.
just make sure you've got a good couple of days a week that you're putting into your no-gi. Or at least one session a week you're putting into your no-gi. No matter how much it pisses you off or frustrates you, especially if the guy's good at it, the way they can control it. Dude, a lot of people would complain that no-gi was just about being more fit and slippery and everyone's just running around doing fuck all. Well, not in here. If you're doing clinch-based jiu-jitsu, there's not a lot of scrambling. It's very controlled. It's very controlled. And if you can't control me, it's scrambling.
Yeah.
That just reflects on you, not me. But if I got to control you, man, we're absolute experts at it. So, you know, I think everybody in law enforcement, especially security, and if you really care about self-defense,
everyone does.
everyone should be doing some kind of.
I'm not sure if you're aware or not, Blaine, but at our home gym, it's our local gym. We do white to blue stripe and then blue stripe to blue belt. So blue stripe to blue belt is Pedro Sauer, but white to blue stripe is the Gracie Combatives, what they taught the US Army. And it is, I think, pretty perfect for like self-defense. Like the Gracie Combatives, I don't know if you realize that that's what you're learning, but I've seen it, it applies, I've been in situations, it applies to self-defense so well. The Gracie Combative, and that just talks into how important jiu-jitsu is in self-defense situations and fight situations. It is a be-all, end-all. It makes such a big difference. I just want to give you a chance to promote the gym, give a little sell for short-form content so that we can throw out there. 10th Planet, why is it important to train here? What do you do here? Just a little spill, timetable
Cool,
thing.
cool. Well, look, my name's Frank Barca. I'm head instructor at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Melbourne here in the northern suburbs in Melbourne. We're not far from the city, only 15 minutes. We have a world-class academy. We have a world-class reputation. We have a world-class training program where our dedication is to develop the best jiu-jitsu athlete we can as fast as possible with a proven structured system straight from LA. We have 2 programs running. We have our standard advanced class program, fundamentals class program in the evenings, and our day class program is completely different and it has a whole universe on its own with incredible benefits. We train adults only, so there's no kids at all, some teens. And we're here 6 days a week, multiple times a day, training our butts off, enjoying jiu-jitsu. So if you're keen to learn clinch-based jiu-jitsu, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, heavy on leg locks, we have 32 flows of our warm-ups, which have incredible reputation and can deliver the said programs very, very eloquently, structurally, pretty much perfect, and at the right pace for you. And we have competitors from local champions right through to people that dip into MMA and combat jiu-jitsu. We're connected with what Eddie's doing over in LA very, very closely, and we have an incredible squad down here, and you're all welcome to come down and do a free class with us. You can go to our website at 10thplanet.com.au, fill in the box provided with your email, and I'll get back to you personally with a little plan on how we can get this journey started. And if it's not for you, we definitely have many brothers and sisters in the system, in the community that can help you. In the northern suburbs, if you're in this side of town, we have 5 schools in Australia, South Melbourne, Hobart, Brisbane and Adelaide. All guns, all amazing athletes, all producing incredible athletes on our structured system. We're very close and we communicate regularly, and we love what we do and we're passionate about producing the best results possible in the no-gi community. So.
Well, if you're waiting, why wait? Like if you're looking for a gym, this is the best gym you can go to. I've heard nothing but positive feedback. No one's walked out of a class not happy.
It was very inviting as well.
The community's great. The athletes are great. The learning culture is great. It's a systematic approach. If you're trying to grow at quicker than anyone else, if you've got that drive, there are rates to grow here. You can outwork people. It's a perfect way. Why wait? It's no better time than now. Free class. Come in, give it a shot.
Thank you.
And I was really curious how it interplayed with the other 10th Planet gyms, but it seems like it's all cohesive.
Yeah, I've all of the instructors Australia-wide are my own students.
Awesome. I was curious about
And right now we have a whole swag of brown belts Australia-wide, and we have 7 black belts now. A few of us are running schools. We've got 5 schools, like I mentioned, and we stay in contact. They're in touch with what Eddie's doing as well, and I've prepared every single one of them for their affiliation and for their Moonhead status, which basically means that you've qualified and done everything necessarily that we deem at the standard that we deem as at a very basic bare minimum that we feel is solid, and that you represent us well. And they've gone ahead and opened their businesses with our blessings and carry the trademark from Eddie on the official website. So if one of our schools, one of the schools that say that they're teaching 10th Planet in your school, if there's somewhere in Australia, someone sees this and sees that, oh, well, Jimmy Nuff says he does 10th Planet, I've been going there for 2 years. Well, you go to the 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, so go to 10thplanetjj.com and go look up Jimmy Nuff, and if you don't find Jimmy Nuff school on there, he ain't an official school.
That's funny.
As simple as that. Because this is authentic 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, and anyone that doesn't have a logo is not legit.
I've
And if they
seen
do,
one
look
in
into
our
it.
area, and I've
really?
asked Sammy, and he goes, "No, that's not a real 10th Planet school."
Send me a link. I'd love to drop in
I
and
think we
visit.
saw it not long ago. Did we not see it?
It was Mark
Yeah.
David.
Yeah,
There's
something.
one there.
Oh, really?
And it might actually be the freestyle one I'm talking about, but don't quote me on that. I'll
Oh,
send you a
well,
message.
I can see a cease and desist letter coming there.
It's funny. Yeah, I'll look into that. But anyway, man, beautiful talking to you, man.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me.
Any other topics you'd like to cover?
No, I'd just love to have him on again another time.
Oh, 100%.
We need more time to talk
Dude,
about
we can
conspiracy
talk
theories
like
and
we can
stuff
we can talk that.
Yeah,
we can talk about training.
We'll get on your one.
We can talk, maybe we can get you on the 10th one. Maybe we can get on that.
10
the
podcast.
10
Frank has his
podcast.
own podcast you guys should listen
Manny.
to.
Yeah, Manny's and Ellie.
uh,
It's called the 10 podcast. TEN 10 podcast.
Link in bio.
Yeah. Thank you. And you can go on any serious platform, you'll find us, man. Whether it's Apple or Spotify or whatever, man. We're everywhere.
Awesome.
We don't do video. We just do audio.
Yep.
I have my own thoughts on that, but this is great, and I really appreciate the opportunity. We're here at the dojo. It only does great things for us having this conversation in here. Energy is important, so it's great, man. It's great.
This was
Thanks,
awesome.
Thank you. Can't wait again.
Really enjoyed this. Yeah, now it's so good. Like merchant under the freeway. We're in. Next podcast is just going to be
Whatever you want,
absolutely
but you got to
unreal.
have questions, and you got to get me to stick to it because there's so much experience.
but I love this.
But we can just, I love free balling. I like it.
This is awesome, but I'm so keen. Like we've got we're going to use a lot of this for the Project 730 that we're doing, where we're training for an amateur fight. We're going to use a lot of like the concepts we've spoken about, this absolute calculated system. Awesome. We're going to come in here, pop by hopefully once a week, if not once
I'd love that.
a fortnight.
Oh, you guys are welcome.
To get around it.
But
Tell your friends.
Yeah. Another thing I just like quickly, we're merging on the freeway. We're talking about this. I would love the next one. Just any ideas you can think, write them down, put in the notes. Anything you want to bloody tell the
We're
world.
going to talk about simulations.
Who, me?
Platform.
We're going to talk
Yeah,
about simulations
platform, anything.
or like,
Got bloody.
we're going to talk about all different weird
We
stuff.
love conspiracies.
Yeah,
we love
anything.
bloody.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
mate,
might not.
Didn't even talk about planet bloody Nobu or
Nibiru. I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay. Well,
What energy, the direct energy weapon as well. Like that's an actual real thing they use in Cuba.
Yeah, well, I
That's
mean, you
something
think
we
they
can
don't
talk
exist? They exist.
Yo,
they
Romero,
exist.
mate.
They
He's a
exist.
So we could talk
prime
about that
example.
sort of
They
stuff.
exist, man, and there's evidence in the world that points in that direction.
The
part
Havana
of the fun.
sickness, right? That's what it's called.
Not just, well, I mean, you look at what happened in Hawaii, you look what happened in California, down at Pasadena. I've got friends in Pasadena. Our dojo, we nearly lost our school there. A 10 Planet Pasadena. Thank God it survived and it's open again.
Yep.
So big shout out to all my brothers and sisters over there, Tempe, Pasadena. It's been horrific what's happened over there, and look how it happened. Look at the way the leadership is going over there. The reservoirs were empty. Fire hydrants were empty. They knocked back over 100 firefighter units because they had to clear them for climate, that to make sure that they were, whatever.
Eco-friendly.
Yeah, whatever that fucking dumb shit is.
Neutral
Can
climate.
you imagine that your whole fucking place is burning down, but nah, we haven't passed the climate control,
whatever that bullshit is. I wish anyway.
I would love to fact check this in post, but I'm
do it.
almost 99% sure. No, I'm talking about what I'm about to say.
Look at Gavin Newsom, though. He's run shit. Disgusting.
Their trees in Los Angeles, they imported from Australia, and the trees that have been known to start wildfires, and they imported them, and they've just been spread out across the entire city.
What?
Dude, not just that. What about
What a
all the
fire
What
risk.
about, dude? I mean, we can get. Oh, I don't want to get into it, but anyway.
Feel
Look,
free, man.
I mean, look at all the trees that were still. Everything was burnt around them, and there's all these trees still standing. Well, what's that about?
Well, what I think that's about is they might be the native trees, and then they've come in,
They're
put
the
all
native
the
ones.
Australian trees in there, and they've just burnt to a crisp.
It's unbelievable. They don't allow backburning. They
they're
wouldn't allow
cheap.
clearing.
Yep.
They pass laws to disallow land clearing to protect people from fires that are likely to happen in California. 'cause
It's
the
lack of
driest
common
state.
sense,
Come
really.
on,
It's
man.
lack
If
of
I ran
common
my
sense.
business like these buckalars do over in California, man, I'd be fucking long gone.
Just so funny. Are you
Fucking long gone, man. It's crazy.
Is it just a LA HQ that you go to? When you
Yeah,
go
man,
there?
I haven't been anywhere else. I've been to San Diego a couple of times for some training. I've got some friends over there. They invited me one time, and also I had Boogie Martinez. He was competing over there one time in MMA, and I drove up with some friends to see him fight. So I haven't been outside of LA at all. Just look, I've been to the Caribbean. I actually taught 3 seminars over in Curacao in the Caribbean, which is a Danish colony over there. And I was the first person to introduce the Caribbean to 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. So I trained in LA for the week, and then the weekend I flew over to Miami, taught the seminars, Curacao, and then flew back and then continued training. So yeah, I have been a little bit out, but what you mean is, have I been to Vegas? Have I been to Colorado? Have I been to New York? No, I haven't. I haven't gone anywhere. When I go there, it's 2 weeks, it's twice a day. I eat, sleep, breathe jiu-jitsu under my teacher, and I just immerse myself in there, and nothing else matters.
That's awesome, man.
That's sick.
All right, so for all you no-gi enthusiasts out there, or people that are on the fence about no-gi is not only great, makes sense as far as a security system for yourself, a self-defense system goes, because you might be caught out at home, in your pajamas, or you might be just loitering around in your shorts. Yeah. Or you might be just in a situation where a lot of people take their shirts off when they want to fight. Like for whatever reason, even if you don't want to fight, a road racer, gosh, whips his shirt off, he's got nothing there, you can't grab him with anything. Like it's, the aspect of what's very practical is undeniable, right? And you look at all the fighters in the world, when they're fighting, they're not fighting with anything on at all. So we've got to have to be able to learn how to control a person like that, slippery, sweat, blood, the whole thing. But also, it's a great comfortability thing too. You're in a rash guard, you're in a pair of shorts. Like, there's nothing more comfortable than that. For me, that's why I love summer, because I love just walking around in shorts and nothing else really. Well, of course we've got to wear it. I mean, back in the 70s, everyone was shirtless walking around. But these days, if some guy's walking down the street shirtless, you think the guy's something wrong with him. You know what I mean? Like he has mental problems.
Bloody stuff.
But the benefit, and it's not only the seasonal thing too, because some people gravitate to no gi because it's hot, and a gi is very claustrophobic, it's very heavy, but we don't care about how hot it is, how cold it is. We're no gi all year round, But for you, that you might want to, in the more of a warmer climate or time of the year, you might go, I'm going to ditch the gi. I'm just going to go and train at Frank's for 3 months, see what happens, or any other 10 Planet school, or any other school that has a no gi program, for goodness sakes. I mean, everyone's got to know. Who doesn't have a no gi program? I think no gi programs are more apparent than gi programs these days. What do I know? I've never taught the gi. I
wouldn't say that. Like we wear no gi all over summer, and on weekends throughout the whole year we're no gi. So when it's not summer, 3 days a week in gi. But people complain about that, but it's really 10th Planet or bust when it comes to all year round no gi. Gyms have no gi classes, but it is gi all round, man, and it is not enjoyable.
It's not fun. Yeah,
especially
it's hot as
people
fuck last night.
People are on the
Last night,
fence about coming jiu-jitsu. A big factor is, this is hot. I've worked the next morning. Mate, calm down. Shorts, bloody t-shirt.
True. But I also think that, in my experience from this side of the fence, that those kind of guys that are making a million excuses, they're never going to do well anyway. So we're not pitching to those guys.
That's a
I'm not pitching, dude. If you're going to come and train 10th Planet, we're pitching to the person that really. Some people want high level shit.
Yeah.
And they'll work hard to be able to afford a high-end car. They'll want some kind of exotic. That some people are into German cars, or they're into whatever. And that might be a crazy idea to some people. What a waste of money. Yeah, but not for that guy. That guy might be, for me, the kind of people that we attract are people that really want so much more out of their no-gi training. And they want an academy that's like an Olympic training facility, where they've got a coach that's training them like an Olympic coach trains.
You know, we have a set of things that we've got to do every single day, every day, in and out, and they're barking orders at you, and you're just go, and you're just developing and progressing every single day that you're training. I mean,
accelerate.
Yes, and it's an accelerated training system. We've got a system that can get you good fast, and I don't know who doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and there's a lot of stigma too around 10th Planet. You know, a lot of people think that's this or that. But it's really not. We're up there with
give it a shot.
yeah, man. We're up there with the best academies in Australia
100%.
or in the world. You know, I've been raised by world-class coach, world-class scenario, world-class facility, world-class athletes.
100%.
You know, that puts me right up there with them. I'm a 3rd degree black belt, banging around with other black belts that are super high level, running school successfully, just as successful as I have been.
And then,
So, you know, I mean, just don't worry about what your coach says. If your coach is not promoting any decent jiu-jitsu academy, I don't think he's been a good coach, to be honest.
black belts that compete
You know what I mean?
in combat. Aiden, for example, Aiden's always in here helping out.
Yeah.
Like, everyone in here can teach you something. You're never gonna walk out of a lesson thinking, or even an open mat thinking, oh wow, I feel the exact same walking in. You're gaining knowledge of experienced people, accelerated learners. I think that's beautiful. Thank
Awesome.
you for sharing your time with us, Frank.
Thank you, Harry, Blaine. You're the guys.
That was a great,
My pleasure.
hopefully, debut episode. Be out on Monday. Anything else you want to promote? Hex, anything?
Train
Didn't
hard,
even get a chance
train
to
hard.
talk about it.
Play hard, stay hard.
Beautiful.
Let's get a shot of these.
Yeah, no, I was about to
Oh,
say
that's our
B-roll.
lineage. That's our lineage up there.
Yeah, we need
that's
that.
what I reckon.
We need that. The Yoda. What is the story behind that?
Well, there's no greater sensei than Yoda, right? So he leads the dance every night. Yoda's been here forever. He'll always be here.
It's awesome.